What up? What up? What up? Welcome back to another workshop with Richard Peoples, Saas King. I'm very excited because Saas, for me, means systems as a service. Break it down. What up? What up? Systems as a service. And when we talk about systems, every company needs a system. Every entrepreneur needs a system. In this system review, we're going to be talking about Calendly. We're going to be breaking down Calendly and all that it has to offer. And what's exciting about Calendly is I created a part one for Calendly, and I kind of walked through how I use Calendly. Calendly is a, what do you call this? An appointment scheduling software. And I like to think of it as a system we can use in 2024, 2025, appointment scheduling in 2026. I think Calendly is here to stay. They've proven themselves to be sticky. And you as a SaaS company, if you're watching, that's the goal for all of us, is to be sticky. So let's get into it. I'm going to now walk you into the back end of Calendly. And so in this workshop, to participate, all you simply got to do is you can follow along. I'm going to go ahead and share screen. And we're going to try this new concept of, split screen. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to Calendly, right? So I'm signed in, and there's a couple things I want to review with you. So we take, a very deep dive into the platform on the back end. And I think if you take a look at where they are today, I'm going to go into a couple of things here on the back end. If you click on your profile, once you get signed up and you set up an account with Calendly and you get signed in, you can go ahead and get signed in and follow along here. I'm actually on the standard plan. Now, if we click on plans, there's a couple of plans that they have. If you're a team, right, you grab the team plan. If you're enterprise and you have an entire company who functions on or runs on Calendly, obviously you click on enterprise. And if you are someone like me, standard is the best plan, right? It's me in a small team. So why does it make sense to go with the standard versus the team? If you have a team, it depends. Depends on the function. It depends on the reason for this solution. Because many of us, we have a native calendar within our Google G Suite or within our Microsoft Office. We can simply go out, book a meeting, all done, right? So some of you may say, man, I use the free version. It works. It gets people to meetings, and it's all love. It's all good. So why should I bump up to the standard? Well, the standard, I can do polls. The standard, I can do one-on-ones. The standard, I can do group events, collective events, round robin is omitted. Email notifications, I love that, right? You don't have to remember to send someone a reminder. Calendly will do it for you. Also, any type of follow-ups. So after the meeting, if I want to have something go out, I have a workflow built for that within the standard plan. Also, if you are looking for something where you can share availability directly, right? So they say, hey, what time are you available? Here you go. And then also you have add links or redirect users from confirmation page. So here's what that looks like for me. I have a redirect whenever someone submits a form. So let me go ahead and zoom out. Let me zoom out. And I have a calendar for everything I do. And if you run and operate with, some type of organization, you like to organize your chaos, you're going to turn everything into a meeting, especially if there's people involved, right? So what we're looking at is all the different calendars I use. So I have a calendar for clients I meet with to talk about their marketing as a fractional CMO or a chief marketing officer. I have a calendar specifically for another program where I talk shop around AI automation. So fractional AI officer. And I have another calendar for whenever I'm doing events. So if someone wants to invite me to come speak or do a workshop, I have one for that. If someone wants to schedule an audit with me and my team to take a look at their shop, we have a calendar just for that. If someone wants to do a podcast, I have a calendar with a form just for that. And obviously in the last video, I covered virtual meeting and also phone meeting. But if someone wants to talk around billing, I have a calendar for that. So as you can see, maximizing productivity using calendars under the standard plan, I can't do this under the free plan because the free plan gives me one calendar and the free plan doesn't allow me to do things like redirect people once they submit a form inside of my calendar. And so there's many features in addition to the free plan that I get under the standard plan that I can leverage and maximize opportunity. All right, so that's calendars. So many of you may walk away and say, okay, I think I need to bump up to the standard because the standard, the standard is to have more than one calendar. If you didn't know it, you can also change and personalize your link for which someone schedules you on your calendar. You can also do things like change the branding. So in other words, if you want to add a logo, if you want to remove Calendly branding, you can do that under standard. Also, and I think you can do it under the free now. I think they took that out. Also, I think it's critical that you synchronize your calendar. So some of you probably go out to Calendly, you set up an account, but you never synchronize all your calendars. So for instance, you can have up to 6 different accounts connected to this calendar. And so if you are looking to block off time where you have a personal calendar, well, what you would want to do is connect your personal calendar to this specific account. In addition to, you would also want to book if you run like, a couple of side hustles and, you have multiple companies you run, you'll want to connect the calendar for every single entity if you happen to be an umbrella. And you want to make sure you are checking for conflicts. Like as you can see, I have multiple calendars that I check. And also you want to make sure you add to the correct calendar. All right, so these are just some of the things that you can do under Calendar Sync. Now, heading into all settings. If you go into all settings, you can do things like customize language, do a date format, time format, country, time zone. Oh, look, you can add a phone number to create a workflow to send text. Oh, look, you can also integrate cookie settings for those of you who require this type of compliance. You can go ahead and throw in targeting cookies, performance cookies, functional cookies, strictly necessary cookies, and any other type of cookies you desire. And last but not least, again, you can add multiple calendars to your account. Now, another thing I would like to point out is you have in here various meetings, so you can keep track of all the various meetings that you've had. So if you need to follow back up with someone, their information is still there, stored and warehoused in Calendly. Also, you can customize and personalize your availability. So holidays, schedules, etc. So make sure you check that off. And then also you can store contacts. So think of this as a CRM. Very exciting stuff. And then next, you can create workflows. Amazing. Right now, if I want to automate, if I want to create some type of workflow, built around email reminders, built around reminder to host, built around sending a thank you email. Some of us may throw a video inside of that email. Some of us may do feedback surveys. It's all in here under the standard plan. Also, you have integrations in apps. So if you're like me and you're technical, you have this connected to an API or a webhook, maybe even perhaps Zapier. And last but not least, you can create routing. What is routing? It is being able to gather information from website visitors and direct them specifically to a booking page based on their responses. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't see the power in this, oh my gosh. And if that's not a believer, if that doesn't make you a believer, you can go to analytics and see the reporting. So what's exciting is what made me bump up a while back, like a few weeks back, is I can now see my what do you call this? Appointment rate, my booking rate, all of those things are now trending and flowing into my Calendly. So this is what's exciting coming down the pipeline. Now I went a little bit longer than I typically go, but wanted to show you how I'm using Calendly, and maybe you can find your own instance, your own workflow, your own automation based on what you saw within my instance. And if it is helpful to you, great. I'm glad I was able to be of assistance. And I can be of further assistance if you are in need of having someone to come into your company and to lead and guide implementation, execution around this, what you just saw today, and even integrating AI into the mix. So with that being said, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this come to your inbox without having to work hard to find it. Go ahead and click the button. My name is Richard Peoples, Saas King. I love this AI automation stuff, and I look forward to seeing you on the next show. Peace.